So it's a gloomy day outside, and we're gonna do at-home coffee. So yeah, let's go. It's Friday, so you know what time it is. It's your next installment of Adventures with Coffee Man Rand. I am your boy, Coffee Man Rand, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you're not, welcome back, y'all. It's good to see you. We're on episode 2. Since we're at home, I'll tarry you no longer. Let's just dive right into today's conversation point. The conversation point for today is going to be something I like to refer to as your personal hidden agenda. A personal hidden agenda. Usually hidden agendas are somebody else's doing. No, this topic is about us, the internal person, us. I'm going to give it an analogy, so to speak, as to what I mean by personal hidden agenda. Normally you have the devil on your shoulder, the angel on your shoulder, and they're usually your moral compass. One gives you the positive pieces, one gives you the negative pieces. Scenario: somebody pisses you off, the angel will say give them grace. The devil will be like, go ahead and knock their head off. We don't condone that. Follow the angel. But in terms of a personal hidden agenda, sometimes we have those situations where the devil on our shoulder is a lot louder, a lot more vocal, and a lot more persuasive than we like. And that section tends to lead the rest of the conversation. So, in today's topic of personal hidden agendas, we explore more or less along the lines of how do we tackle the negative self-talk, the self-sabotage that we bring upon ourselves. It's a problem that I've had very heavily in my life, especially in the last couple of years, from a personal standpoint and from a creative standpoint. In terms of my personal pieces, is more or less along the lines of my self-talk being a gateway into chaos. We won't go too far down that road. Let's just say that I'm glad that my friends can talk me off of the ledges that I put myself on. Now, in terms of creative pieces, self-sabotage can sometimes come in the form of imposter syndrome. We know imposter syndrome is something that gets thrown around so easily, but not really delved into unless you go through it. A lot of people sometimes have many different facets of what imposter syndrome is supposed to be. It's essentially you talking down and downplaying yourself into the ground, like you're downplaying yourself to a fault. Hey y'all, Editor Randy here. I just want to step in real quick and give a disclaimer. I am not a psychologist, a therapist, or the like. These are just my thoughts based off of my experience. I just wanted to put that out there in advance. Do not take my word as therapist law. You could be amazing at being an artist. You could be amazing at being a musician. You could be amazing at your job, and you downplay your accolades, you downplay your skills, you downplay your performance into pretty much self-destroying yourself. You don't believe in the person that shows up every single day and performs the task or does the art or creates the music. You have deteriorated that person to somebody that's not. You made yourself the imposter. Hence, imposter syndrome. It affects us in many different facets. Some of us aren't even aware that we're sitting in imposter syndrome. And the main thing that we have to realize is we are more than the negative self-talk pieces that run through our head. I know a lot of the times people will talk themselves into the ground of, I'm not good at that. It's not my time. This isn't for me. I'm not old enough. I'm not wise enough. I haven't had the skill sets. I haven't had the years of experience to do that. Just because you don't have, quote unquote, the standard set of tools in your toolbox to do what somebody else is supposed to be doing, your job, your craft, etc., does not mean that you are ill-equipped to do the task. You're not ill-equipped to be the artist. You're not ill-equipped to be the musician. You're not ill-equipped to be the filmmaker. Believe in yourself first. Everybody else is going to already believe in you. And if there are going to be haters, they're going to hate whether you were good or bad. So at the end of the day, it starts with you. Believe in you. That's important, right? Imposter syndrome and negative self-talk have riddled me with some of the worst situations in 2024. A prime example of my negative self-talk and sabotage and imposter syndrome came in the form of the film that I shot. I know I mentioned it in the last episode, but let's talk about how it almost never happened. Negative self-talk and self-sabotage got me to the point of the week of the film, I almost canceled the film. Like, I had almost all of the pieces together, film ready for production, and I was right at the brink of quitting because I felt like there was so many things that were going wrong behind the scenes that nobody else knew about, and I wasn't willing to potentially fail because of unforeseen circumstances that never came to fruition. And those simple little tidbits almost got me to the point of, hey, we're done. That's it. Let's scrap it. We tried, but there's too many occurrences that are lining up that are getting in the way of what could potentially be a disaster. And yeah, the film almost never happened, but your circle is just as important as you trying to boost yourself back up. Don't get me wrong, boosting yourself back up is probably the first thing you should try to do. You are the master of your fate. You are the captain of your soul. If you never heard Invictus, go look it up. My Greek people, you know who I'm talking about. But nonetheless, Imposter Syndrome rears its head in very odd and tainted ways. Don't let a negative self-talk to yourself run you down a path that you were never supposed to be on in the first place. You're good at what you do. You're amazing at your craft. And if you're not, continue to work at it. That's all I'll say. But it's morning time, and we need some coffee, right? So why don't we head over to the kitchen and get into that? Y'all ready? Let's go. All right, so what we're making today is a Biscoff iced latte, aka a cookie butter latte. And the ingredients you'll need, black powdered coffee, your choice of milk. We do oat milk around here. We do not do regular milk. Heavy whipping cream for the cold foam. A little bit of cinnamon for garnishing, and of course, the main event. How the product placement go? Biscoff, the cookie butter. All right, so let's get started. First thing we want to do is add our water to our espresso machine. Get your favorite brand of coffee. If it's pre-ground, cool. If it's not, get the ground. Love the smell of coffee. Third, prep your espresso shot. A double shot is recommended, but of course, you know your proper caffeine intake. Next, turn on your espresso machine, prep your shot in the machine, and begin brewing your espresso shot. Now that you have your shot, here's the fun part, adding all the flavors. Add your cookie butter to your espresso shot and stir until it dissolves. Before you ask, yes, this is a Crown Royal drinking glass that we're using for coffee. Mind your business. Next up, add your milk to a glass of ice, followed by your mixed espresso. And last thing, add a little bit of cookie butter to your heavy whipping cream and froth until you get that nice cold foam. This is the first time I'm using the frother, and I don't think I did too bad. Top your latte, and voila! You have a cookie butter latte with a cookie butter cold foam. Add your straw and drink up. Now for what I imagine everybody's really here to see. How does it actually taste? I'm not sure how loud that swallow was, but I think I did something here. This is good. We've got the garnish with cinnamon, but at this point, does it really matter? It still's good, ain't it? So, if you ever get a gloomy day outside like I do, and decide you want to make coffee at home, all you need is an espresso machine. They're not even that expensive on Amazon. Your own coffee beans or coffee grounds, whichever way you like it. A little bit of heavy whipping cream, oat milk or your milk of choice. And if you want to do the cookie butter one, just get you some Biscoff cookie butter and mix it with the espresso. And you have your own cookie butter at home latte. Now, mind you, if you want to add sweeteners, you can. I tend to not add sweeteners to my coffee because I like the bitter taste, But if you have sweeteners like simple syrup or any of the other type of coffee syrups like brown sugar, cinnamon, for instance, or caramel, add your favorite sweetener in there as well to make sure you got an extra little bit of kick that you like with your lattes. I like mine bitter, so it works out for me. So, as always, thank you for watching my YouTube video. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and tell me any type of coffees that I should try while I'm at home, since I'm doing at home content as well. And yeah, go be great. And as always, peace and blessings.